place seems familiar.
Henry, look. I spent the happiest years of my life in this forge. It's such a shame to see the old place just left like that to... Henry! Stop that. Come on, we still have to go to the market.
Looking for something, lad?
I was just...
You won't find nothing here no more. Best move along.
Forgive me. It's just that... I remember this forge from my childhood. When I was a boy, my pa, Martin, brought me here.
Wait, Martin? My husband had an apprentice called Martin. That was your pa?
I'm not sure.
If you're saying he showed you this forge, I reckon he's the same Martin who used to apprentice here.
Unfortunately, he died.
I'm sorry to hear that. My God, Martin's adult son? Time really does fly.
Well, he told me back then he spent the best years of his life here.
Aye, aye. Those were good times, true enough. What's your name, lad?
Henry.
I'm Magdalene. It's a pleasure, Henry. Care to come inside for a chat? I've a fresh pot of soup on the stove if you're hungry.
I can't refuse an offer like that.
Glad to hear it. Come with me, then. I'm glad you like it.
Just like Ma used to make.
Back when your pa used to apprentice here, my Skodder's forge was the finest in Kuttenberg. Only then out of the blue he fell ill and I lost him. Everything's been downhill since then. His apprentices left and the blacksmith's guild couldn't decide who to assign the forge to. Before they could make a decision, the forge's attic burnt down. I was visiting my sister in Visselkar at the time. She's with the Lord now too, poor thing. I was left here all alone, on jointure. This room is the only one that stayed unscathed for the most part.
How did your husband get ill?
Out of the blue. He started coughing, got weak, then lay down, and never got up again. It wasn't the plague, but something nasty nonetheless.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What can you do? Such is life, lad.
Did Martin really not want to take over his own forge?
He was just a lad at the time, and taking over a forge is no easy feat. The guild has its own rules and who to assign it to.
How did the forge's attic burn down?
How do you think? Someone set it ablaze. Hard to say if it was just some brats or those good-for-nothings from the hole. That's the watering hole next door. But it doesn't matter now, they never caught anyone. All that came of it is that nobody's wanted the forge for 20 years. But look at me rambling on. I'm sure you're not interested in the rantings of some old crone.
I am interested.
It's kind of you to say that. I keep trying to explain to the guild that it's not a lost cause. We just need someone who will bring this place back up. But it's like talking to a stone wall year after year. The guildmasters are too worried about their own business to listen to me. But I'm convinced if we were to find a talented blacksmith, the workshop could be as beautiful as a chapel, like when my old Skodder used to run it.
Well, I could be that blacksmith.
You're a blacksmith, like your pa? Christ, of course you are. I should have known. It only makes sense after all.
I can get my hands on some coin. And you're right, such a famous forge shouldn't be left to fall by the wayside.
If you were to take it over, that would be wonderful. Only you'll have to talk to the guild about it first. They make the rules. I reckon Master Bushek the Elder has the most common sense when it comes to this place. He might be able to help. He has an armourer's workshop in the town hall quarter. Hopefully he'll hear you out.
I'll try and talk to him. Thanks for the soup.
Good luck to you, Henry.
Good day to you. I'll be right with you. Welcome, sir. What can I do for you?
Master Bushek?
Aye?
I'm Henry of Skalitz. I'm interested in Master Skoda's old burnt-down forge. I spoke to his widow, Magdalena, about it.
For Christ's sake. She didn't pull you in off the street, did she? The mad old crone?
Well, more or less.
Old age must be sad. All I can tell you about the forge is the same thing I tell Magdalena when she bothers me about it. Even getting the building back into its original state would mean pouring a fortune into it.
I'd take care of the money.
Aye, but only a member of the Kuttenberg Blacksmiths Guild can work the trade around here. And you're not a member.
Could I join the guild?
It's not that simple. The guild is a private society made up of Kuttenberg burghers, and the other masters aren't too trusting when it comes to outsiders. So I reckon they won't be too keen on the idea.
How could I convince them?
That's hard to say. But maybe you'll make a good impression. But first, you'll be required to meet 3 conditions.
Which are?
First, you have to come from a respectable family. Second, you have to have blacksmithing experience. And third, you'll have to compete the guild trial. Tell me, blacksmith, what sort of family do you come from? And what's your work experience?
Not only do I come from a respectable family, but a blacksmith's family too. You probably knew my father.
Oh? Where would I know him from?
From here. His name was Martin, and he used to be old Skoda's apprentice.
Wait, Martin? Your pa is Frisky Martin?
Frisky?
Aye, of course, Frisky. We used to call him that because, well, that doesn't matter. How's he doing these days?
I'm afraid he's no longer with us. He was killed during the raid on Skalitz.
Christ. I'm very sorry to hear that. When I knew him, he seemed like a good bloke and quite a talented swordsmith. Some of the masters were good friends of his. They were the same age at that time. To tell you the truth, that will likely affect your chances as a contender. As Frisky's son, you'll have a great opportunity to make an impression. So you'd better make the most of it.
Well, as far as experience, I helped at my father's forge. We made a sword for Sir Radzig Cobbler of Dvorets together.
Kobila, eh? The royal hetman. Is there any way for you to prove it?
I have the sword here. Would you like to see it?
No need. I'll trust you. But if the other masters happen to ask, be ready for anything. It seems answering questions about your family and experience won't give you trouble. Now for the most important part. Are you ready for the guild trial?
What does the guild trial involve?
The guild trial consists of a verbal exam and a practical exam. First, you'll have to answer a few tricky questions from my colleagues. And after that, you'll forge a sword to the best of your abilities right before their eyes. Of course, the trial comes at a small fee for each try. Well then, do you feel up to it?
What does the verbal exam entail?
In short, all the basics every good blacksmith should know. Can you read, at least a little?
I can. Quite well, in fact.
Glad to hear it. Everything you need to know is neatly laid out in this handbook on blacksmithing. And for a small fee, I'd be happy to sell it to you.
I'm interested in the handbook.
Here it is. You won't regret it.
I'm ready.
Great. But I'm afraid we're not. It will take some time to get things ready. We'll meet tomorrow at noon below the astronomical clock on the square. I'll take you to the Guild Forge, where the trial will take place. And one more thing. If you'd like, you can wait for the trial here. Just say the word. But first, I reckon you should take a look in that handbook.
I'd like to wait here for the trial.
Very well then. We have plenty of room.
Should we get going?
I believe it's high time. Don't even bother looking at that old clock of ours. It's been stuck for 30 years. It seems all the other masters are looking forward to what Frisky's son can do. You'd better make a good impression. Come now, the Guild Forge isn't far. We just passed through the lower market and we're there. Did you get a chance to study the handbook?
Of course.
Mind if I test your knowledge a bit along the way? Why do blacksmiths whistle while they're hammering?
Glad your head's got a touch to your neck.
To keep rhythm.
Exactly. It's so they can keep rhythm. I have one more question for you. Are sparks a good sign while forging?
That's a trick question. It depends.
Excellent.
I
You didn't let me
apologise.
fool you. If sparks fly while you're hammering, it's a good sign. Whereas if you're heating the workpiece, it's a bad one. Wonderful. It seems you really did prepare. I reckon the others have a lot to look forward to. A good blacksmith should never stop learning. That too is important to our guild. I have a number of designs in my armor smithy that I collected on my travels throughout
You're
the
always
kingdom.
welcome here.
It's quite a unique collection.
For some fine wares.
The best part
Come
is,
and take your pick.
I'm happy to share it with others. Stop by any time. Learn to make something new. Your customers will surely appreciate it, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Excuse me.
Your trial still awaits. Just a little further now.
God grant you health.
Well then,
He doesn't
are
have
you
what
ready
it
for the
takes.
trial? Well done.
I'm ready. We can begin.
Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmiths Guild, let me introduce the newest adept of the Master's Trial, Henry of Scarlet's.
So, this is old Frisky's lad. I can hardly believe it.
Aber I do not see much of a resemblance.
Vielleicht ein wenig.
I do not see it.
Aye, aye. Frisky here, Frisky there. All that talk about not taking in outsiders, and now you've gone and flipped it all around. Martin was a good bloke and an excellent swordsmith. If Henry here is anything like him, he'd be a welcome addition to the guild.
Genau, genau.
Look, I didn't know this Frisky fella of yours. I'm more interested to see what the lad can do than who his pa was.
We'll see what he can do shortly. Just to be clear, let me repeat what the trial entails. In the first part, the verbal examination, he will receive 3 questions. He must answer all 3 of them correctly in order to pass. If he makes a single mistake, this part of the exam is considered failed, and he won't get a chance to correct himself. After the verbal examination comes the practical one, where our adept skills will be tested.
And if he is successful, he'll become one of us.
Let's begin with the first part of the trial. Who would like to ask Henry the first question?
What's the final step before completing a piece?
Quenching the workpiece in a barrel.
That's right.
Richtig.
Let's move on to the second.
I'd like to ask Henry if sparks while forging are a good or bad sign.
That depends. When you're hammering the piece, it's a good sign. But when you're heating it up, it's a bad one.
Correct?
I knew you wouldn't be fooled.
Last question.
Say, Heinrich, how can you tell you have made progress on your workpiece?
By the shape.
That's correct.
Correct.
You answered all three questions correctly. Now, just to complete the practical exam, Henry, your task will be to forge a guild sword right in front of our eyes. Here's the design for it, as well as the materials. I'm sure you know what to do with them.
Viel Glück. Let's see what you can do, young Frisky. Let's see then. Take a look at that.
Jetzt vorsichtig.
Genau.
It looks like the lad has a firm grip. What's next?
Komm schön. Stärker.
Nothing special so far.
Well, I'm about half
like
done.
Martin.
You're doing well. Keep it up.
Konzentrieren.
Let's see then. Take a look at that.
Jetzt vorsichtig.
This won't take long now.
He's almost done.
Genau.
And that's that.
And he's done. I'm looking forward to this.
What's next?
All done?
Let's see what you made. Excellent, Henry. Good work. I'm glad you didn't disappoint. Honored friends, masters of the Blacksmith's Guild, Henry of Skalitz has successfully completed the trial. Let us head for the guild hall for the acceptance ceremony. After successfully fulfilling all requirements, I'm proud to announce our guild has grown by a new member. Approach Henry of Skalitz. Kneel. Swear for the first time on your honor and by God Almighty that you will defend the interests of the Blacksmith's Guild of Kuttenberg.
I swear.
Swear for the second time that you will protect all secrets entrusted to you by the Guild.
I swear.
And swear for the third time that you will always act honestly and God-fearingly to spread the esteem of our guild among the people.
I swear.
Now hang your guild sword next to those of the other masters. Go on,
Not that
do it.
hard, is it?
Welcome to the guild, Henry. It's now up to you to say a few words.
I'm following in my father's footsteps. I'm basically the same Frisky he was. Even though we don't share the same blood.
You what?
You know, I just meant we're not exactly the same. I'm younger. And alive.
Ah. Very well. I suppose I get what you're trying to say. In any case, from this day forward, Henry is to take over Skoda's forge and repair it. He therefore acquires the right to use it with one obligation, and that is the accommodation of the widow Magdalena. The guild rents her jointure after the death of her husband. That will be your responsibility now, Henry.
That won't be for much longer anyway.
She's a kind woman. I'll be happy to help her.
We'll see about that once she goes poking her nose into everything at the forge.
It sounds like you have your work cut out for you, Henry. But like all hard work, the results will surely be worth it. The ceremony is now over.
Good news. I gained the right to use the forge.
Wonderful. Finally, we can make some progress here. I'm just worried that once you see the mess inside, you'll turn on your heel and run.
Why would I run?
I'm just joking. But make no mistake, you're in for some hard work. The house will have to be cleared out first before you can do anything else. The forge, as well as the floor above. Clear the rubble, put it in sacks, take it outside to the wagon, pick up the things laying around, sweep the floors. There's much to do, and I'm afraid I won't be of much help. My back isn't what it used to be. One bad move and I'll stay hunched over like an old crone.
I'm sure I can manage.
I hope so. Looks like you have some strong hands and that you're not all thumbs. But first you'll have to get inside. The entrance from the street is blocked. A beam collapsed.
I'll figure it out. I'll have to open this gate from the other side. You've got to be kidding me. Christ, that's heavy. One sack after another.
My lord, it's even worse than I thought in here. Come on. Whew, those sure look heavy.
I wonder what's in store for me here. Ooh. Lugging sacks really never gets old. Looking better already. What's this? It has Martin's mark on it. I'll have to ask Magdalena.
My word, you really are a handy lad. And hard-working too. I like to see that. You see this, Skoda? Your forge is finally in good hands.
I found this. The mark Martin used to use is on it. Do you know what it could be?
Aye, that looks like one of the sketches for that grand project of theirs. They always met up in the evenings after work. All hush-hush, and over something so silly, no less.
Why did they meet up?
Because of the broken astronomical clock on the Rathaus Tower. Back then, the city officials decided they wanted it fixed, so they asked the masters of the guild to propose a solution. Your pa got all excited about it, then got my old Shkodder involved, along with that other apprentice that was here. What was his name? Such a timid, quiet lad. Sucker. Oh, I can't recall, but I remember they did some work on it, but the city ended up changing its mind.
What happened?
They brought in some Italians, all the way from Padua or whatever it's called. And how do you think that turned out?
They fixed it?
They made a right mess of it. It was a terrible disgrace. The Italians ended up running off along with the money. There was no money left for the repairs, and there still isn't. So the clock is still broken. I remember when it still used to chime. But what can you do? Better to discuss what you want to do with this place.
I want to spruce this whole place up.
All right then. Come, I'll show you something. This was Shkodder's table. He was always sketching something, planning repairs. He could stand here for hours. It was his favourite spot. And now it's yours.
It's an honor.
I think there's just one thing left to do. You have to put up a shop sign. So your customers know where to go, right? Have a look at the plans here. Good work, Henry. I didn't think I'd see this fire going ever again.
We'll get this place up and running again.
Now that you're officially open, why don't you forge something for me?
What do you need?
Nothing difficult. My old axe broke. It served me for many years, even after he died. Only now it's all worn down and crooked, so it's not good for chopping.
Why didn't you get a new one in all those years? Someone from the guild would surely be happy to make you one. Probably for free.
I don't need their charity. Besides, if you're even half as talented as your pa was, this should be child's play to you, no?
Of course. You can count on me.
And don't forget to sharpen it too. I can't chop with a dull axe.
I noticed your brooch. It's really lovely.
It's a nightingale. Shkodder made it for me for our first anniversary. I used to sing while I worked. And he'd always say, "My little nightingale."
It's a real masterwork.
It's mainly a keepsake now. Not much of his is left. Just that old axe. And an axe doesn't make the best love token.
I'd like to know more about your husband.
What would you like to know?
How did he become a guild master?
Not long after our wedding, he passed the guild exam. He was even offered a choice of 2 forges. There were 2 vacant ones. One in town, in the Merchant's Quarter, where young Matthias is now, and this one. Everyone was surprised he chose this place. But we figured there'd be more space here. And we were right. People didn't mind walking outside the walls once they saw the big, fine smithy we built here. As our smithy prospered, Skoda's influence grew, not just in the guild. He even talked about standing for a seat on the council. But he didn't live to see it.
How many journeymen did he train here?
Well, not all that many, to be honest. He started with some lad called Yaneba from Petch. But the boy couldn't take Skoda's high standards and left. My husband was a strict man. I can't remember a single apprentice who stayed longer than 6 months. Your father was an exception. Him and the fly. The two of them stayed together here 2 whole years. Right to the end. That says something about their skill. They were just fine smiths, and Skoda held them in high regard.
What happened after he died?
It's all a bit of a blur. I don't really remember that time too well. It all happened so quickly. He fell ill, took to bed, and 3 days later we were laying him out. Suddenly the smithy was full of people. The guildmasters arranged the funeral, the councillors came to offer condolences. The journeyman disappeared without a word. I went to my sister's for a time, and while I was away the roof caught fire. And the rest you know. I was left here all on my own.
Would you tell me something about Martin?
Gladly. What would you like to know?
What was Martin like when he was young?
He was a well-mannered boy. I didn't know him outside the forge, but by all accounts he was quite a rascal. Word was, he never missed a chance for mischief. He was always betting on something. Even tried it on with my Skoda. He eventually talked him into a wager. I don't even remember what for. That he'd leap the brook down on Bach. He took a long pole and said he'd vault right over. It seemed like a clever idea, but the pole snapped in two, and poor Martin plunged straight into the water. Skoda called him Frisky from that day on.
How was he at the trade?
Better than good. He wasn't a complete beginner when he came. He'd trained under another master first. I can't recall where from. I think he brought a few sketches with him, which he showed Skoda, and the two of them tried to work something out. He wanted to become a swordsmith, and it showed. He really cared about mastering the craft. He spent a lot of time at it. My husband praised him for being able to think for himself from the very beginning. And he didn't hand out praise lightly, let me tell you that.
How did you get along with Martin?
He was no trouble. Ate whatever I cooked, helped out now and then when it was needed. He was a bit like a son to me, really. Although he never wanted to talk about his family, where he was born, where he came from. No one could get it out of him.
Why did he end up leaving Kuttenberg when things were going so well for him here?
If only I knew. One day he was still here, comforting me, saying everything would be all right. And the next day, he was gone. Didn't even take his things. I asked after him at the guild, but no one wanted to say anything. I often wondered if he'd got himself into trouble somehow. But I never did find out what it might have been. And I doubt we ever will.
I have that axe you wanted.
Wonderful. Let's see. My word. This is really great work, Henry. Your customers will be tripping over each other to buy your products. Just be warned. People here in the city care more about the quality of work than in the countryside. If something is shoddy, they'll notice it right away. So, if you mess up a piece while forging and it ends up being low quality, it's best to just make a new one. All right?
All right?
Word will spread soon enough that locals don't have to go to the city to have something forged. And you'll have your first customers. Everyone around here knows me, so sometimes they might come to me with orders. I did the same for my husband back then. Does that work for you?
Do I have any choice in the matter?
No.
As long as it doesn't bother you.
Why would it? On the contrary, I'm glad. I'll help out around the house, and I'll be happy to help with this too. I don't get out much, so I have all the time in the world. Oh, and one more important thing. You can also sell pieces you forge on your own, without anyone ordering them. There's a storeroom past the left door under the archway on the street, where you'll find a chest you can put products in, and I'll do my best to sell them. Here's the key to the chest. I'll hold onto the money for the products for you, so feel free to ask any time.
Where did you say the chest is?
In the storeroom. It's the left door beneath the archway. You can't miss it.
You've taken on quite the workload, Magdalena.
I don't mind. All the movement keeps me young. In the meantime, you can focus on getting in good with the guild.
What do you mean, getting good?
The guildmasters are an eclectic bunch. They all like different things. It would be best if you try to be on good terms with everyone. They'll appreciate you and you'll forge all the more. For example, Boris of Brod loves nothing more than rolling dice. If you offer him a game at the Guildhall, I'm sure he won't refuse. He used to be one of your pa's best friends. He might even tell you about some of their misadventures.
I'm not sure I want to know.
Oh, yes, you do. Don't lie to yourself. Take care, then, and have a pleasant evening.
Wie geht's, mein Herr?
Boris mentioned you wanted to discuss something with me.
And what is it he told you?
Not much, but I understand you're having some sort of business troubles.
Good, good. But before we speak, I have to ask you something. And please be honest. Is Martin the blacksmith really your father, junger Mann?
Why'd you ask? Don't you believe me?
Ich möchte dir trauen, but I have a good memory for faces. And to tell you the truth, you do not resemble your father much.
Martin was the one who raised me and taught me the craft, but he wasn't my real father. You're right.
And you admit this freely, even while knowing the regulations forbid bastards from becoming members of the guild?
My father would vouch for me, were he still alive. He'd want me to carry on his legacy.
Well said. The wishes of the dead do indeed bear weight. Nevertheless, do not mention this to anyone else. Not everyone may be so understanding, and may wish ill upon you, Junge. Now please follow me. We can discuss the rest in private. Ach ja. It is always easier to think over a cup of wine. So bitter und so süß wie das Leben selbst.
Why did you...
Gott segne dich, Klaus. Oh, verzeih, I did not know you had a visitor.
Nichts passiert, mein Bruder. Allow me to introduce our newest member, Master Henry. Henry, this is my younger brother, Olbert, a royal official. He oversees the customs and guilds of Kuttenberg.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Ja, gleichfalls, Meister. Do not let me disturb you. We shall speak later, Klaus. Auf Wiedersehen, meine Freunde.
Good. Now you know my brother as well. He is a man of strong principles. The guilds do not have it easy with him.
Forgive me, but why did you ask about my father earlier?
Listen, mein Freund. Boris could not tell you everything. Not that he knows everything, nor does he want to.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean to say it is my responsibility to assess potential risks to our guild.
Wait, so it was a test?
Richtig! You are a smart lad, I can see that. You really are like Martin in that regard. Did you know he saved my life? Nun ja, was hat er? Few men were brave enough to fight like he did.
We have that in common too. I also like to handle things on my own.
Ja, ich habe es gehört. Young and headstrong, eh? Nevertheless, while the world may change, problems stay the same. And you are the one I chose to help me deal with them, junger Mann.
I'll be happy to, if I'm able. What is this about, Master?
You may not know this, but it is my job to guarantee the guild can do its work without interruption, and that the goods get where they need to. Surely you know our work attracts all sorts of undesirables, right?
If something happened, why don't we turn to the bailiff?
Because things are more complicated than they seem, junger Mann. Look, this city may belong to the king, but it is controlled by rich foremen and trade guilds. While ours may be among the most influential, that is precisely what upsets many people and arouses envy.
So the bailiff wouldn't help us?
Natürlich hilft er. But the question is how long it would take and how much merchandise we would have left over.
What are you implying?
Only that there are many who would wish harm upon our guild. What's more, ever since the army arrived in the region, every dirty deed is blamed on deserters and Trabants.
Are you saying they're ambushing our wagons on purpose?
Ja, genau. And it is getting harder and harder to save what we can. That is why I wanted to ask for your help, junger Mann.
I'll be happy to help. Where should I go?
I see you are not afraid of anything, mein Freund.
Well, I don't mind getting my hands dirty when it's for a good cause.
Good, good. That is just what we need. A supply wagon on its way from Prague disappeared yesterday. It was likely attacked. It is some rotten luck. There was nothing particularly valuable, but the foreman had guild documents with him for transferring property.
Do you suspect someone?
Hard to say, I do not know yet. But those documents will cost us dearly unless we get them back, assuming those blackguards have not already burned them.
So you think there's more of them?
Ja, das stimmt. I would guess they have a camp somewhere nearby.
I understand. I'll have a look around and try to find those documents.
Gut gemacht. Tell me, how do you plan on doing it?
I don't know yet. I'll take a look around and decide then.
Good, as you wish. I will give you some potions, ammunition and bandages.
Thanks. That'll come in handy.
The documents you are looking for have a green seal with the guild's symbol, and they were in a leather case originally. I doubt those blackguards know how to read, so perhaps you will get lucky and find them lying around or maybe in some crate or chest.
Is there anything else?
Nein, das ist alles. Get those documents back if you can, but remember, du solltest vorsichtig sein, junger Mann.
Wanted to break in here, did you?
Show me. A caravan attacked so close to the city. It really isn't very safe around here. They attacked the guild's wagon and stole those documents around here. Master Eichner wanted me to look for them. A bandit camp. Just like Eichner thought. I hope they haven't burnt those documents yet. What? A bandit camp. Just like Eichner thought. I hope they haven't burnt those documents yet.
Didn't expect that, you wanted. I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker! I'm all yours! It's a slaughter! A sword, eh? Fuck that!
Come here! I got lucky. I managed to get back those stolen guild documents.
So you found the scoundrels that did it?
Aye. I took back what they stole, then I took care of them.
Good. But like I said, it was a needless risk. You should have left that up to the bailiff. Now, show me the documents.
Here they are. These are the only ones I found with our seal.
Oh, mein Gott. Is this really all the documents?
Why? Is something missing?
Schwer zu sagen. But I think something else is behind this. It seems I will have to have a serious talk with the Brzevnov abbot. But that is for me to worry about. You did your job perfectly. And the other masters will hear about it. You can be sure of that. By the way, I heard you are looking for a man called Standa, whom they called Fly?
Aye. Do you know something about him?
I asked my contacts and found out he went to Horshan. Apparently he worked as a blacksmith in the mines. Why are you looking for him?
Boris told me Fly used to apprentice at Skoda's forge with my pa. Maybe he has some stories to tell.
Ja, das ist möglich. I do not remember him much, but it has been a long time.
That it has. We'll see what he remembers. Anyway, thanks for the help.
Nein, thank you, mein Freund. Und wenn es dir nichts ausmacht, I will mention this to the others. The guild should know what you have done for them.
Look what I have for you.
Are you Standa?
Who's asking?
Henry. I'm Martin's son. He used to apprentice with you at Skoda's forge.
Martin? Christ, I haven't heard that name in years. How's he doing these days?
I'm afraid he's no longer with us.
Ah, I'm very sorry to hear that. We used to be best friends.
So I've heard.
Christ, what a day. What a day. Is that what you came here? To tell me he's dead?
Well, I had to tell you, but I also have something to ask of you.
All right, but this isn't the best time to tell you the truth.
Why? What's going on?
I don't know if I can... Oh, but you are Martin's son. It's not like I have anyone else to talk to anyway. I'm in trouble. Big trouble. I fell on some hard times as of late, so I borrowed some money from one of the guards here. I had to sign a contract with him. I was going to pay him back today, so I went to see him, and now he's claiming I'm late. I paid back what I owed him, but he says if I don't pay him the interest too, he'll break both my arms. He says it was all in the contract I signed. I can't read, you see. He swindled me. There's no way I can get that much money in time. Say, Henry, I know it's a lot to ask, but you look like a tough bloke. Could you try to convince him to take pity on me?
Why are you so afraid of him?
Because he's a madman. He'll beat the shit out of you just for the hell of it. The miners call him Leech.
Maybe he's just bluffing.
Trust me, he's not. I knew a lad who owed him a lot less, and now he's a cripple.
Where can I find the fella?
He's out patrolling on the road. He's a catchpole. And you can tell he's a moron at first glance. Christ, I hope nobody heard me.
I wanted to ask you about the Kuttenberg astronomical clock. I heard you and my pa repaired it together.
Look, I don't have time to think about the bloody clock. That bloke is going to break my arms.
All right then. I'll sort out your debt with the guard.
Thank you, truly. Thank you, but watch out for him.
Stander said you want some money on top from him.
And what's it to you?
Why should he pay you more than he borrowed?
Because he signed a contract.
But that isn't what you agreed on face to face, is it?
Look, that's between us. Keep your nose out of things you don't understand.
I think you ought to forget about the interest. What you originally lent him, Stander already paid back. Why break his arms over a made-up debt? What sense does it make? So people will fear you. In the end, that'll only bring you trouble. And what if some superior of yours finds out? You think they'll be pleased? You'll be the one who ends up paying for it.
Well, you're probably right. All right then. Stander repaid his debt to me. Here's the promissory note. And tell him he's off the hook.
I've sorted out those problems of yours with the guard. He'll make do with what you originally owed him. You're even. Here's the contract.
Thank you. Truly thank you. You wanted to talk about the astronomical clock. But why with me?
The guild assigned me Skoda's old forge, so I'm fixing it up. And while I was cleaning, I found a plan of the astronomical clock. Magdalena told me the two of you tried to repair it on your own back then.
Wait. You're the master of old Skoda's forge now?
That I am.
Well, I'll be. And Magdalena is still living there?
She is.
That's good. How's she doing?
She's doing all right. She was sad to see how long the forge was in disrepair. And living in a half-broken down house must have been tough.
Poor thing. When old Skoda died, she must have been through a lot. I have to go and see her. I have to see her and apologise. I just have to. I don't want to be here anyway. You reminded me of the old times in Skoda's forge and damn it. I'm a blacksmith, an armourer. I was almost ready for the master's trial. Oh, only I can't fight for my place in the sun. I never could. That's why I'm rotting down here in the mine. But maybe it's not too late. I'll try and find some work in a forge, somewhere near Kuttenberg. Maybe Embark. But first, I'm going to Skoda's Forge to see Magdalena. And nothing is going to stop me.
Wait. It's not Skoda's Forge anymore. It's mine.
Fine. What used to be Skoda's Forge? You're a bit of a nitpicker, aren't you, Henry? You really are just like your pa.
Wait, I wanted to ask you about the astronomical clock.
The clock's waited for 20 years. It can wait a while longer, can't it? I have to go and see Magdalena.
All right, suit yourself. We can go together if you'd like. It'll be faster.
Great idea. Let's go.
God be with you. Wait, who? You seem familiar.
Magdalena, it's me. Stander.
Stander? Oh, that Stander. My lord, you've changed so much.
Well, it has been 20 years. I'm so glad to see you. You look great.
Oh, please. I'm an old crone. What are you doing back here after so many years?
Henry here reminded me I'd left you alone here back then. And I came to apologise.
There's no need to apologise. Really, everything is better now. As soon as the fire got going again, it's as if things were back to normal.
Just like the good old days. When Skoda died, it's like everything went belly up overnight.
What do you mean everything went belly up?
Well, everything just fell apart. I found a job in Horshan. Martin stayed in Kuttenberg and Magdalena. I'm very sorry. Really.
Stop apologising already. It was so long ago. I'm happy to see you.
Really?
Yes, really. Now stop your sobbing already, will you?
You know what, Stander? Since you don't want to go back to Horshan,
That I don't.
I thought you might want to stay and come and live with us. What do you think, Magdalena?
Why not? There's plenty of space. This used to be your home, didn't it?
Why, That's very kind of you, but I wouldn't want to get in the way.
Oh, please. You won't be in anyone's way.
You can help me out at the forge from time to time. What do you say?
I don't know. Like I said, I could just go to Bach. It's no bother.
There's no need. Stay here.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm sorry.
Stander?
I heard you did something to your arm in Horshan and couldn't smith anymore since.
Aye, that's what I get for betting. I bet I could lift a basket full of ore. I did it, but I tore something in my arm.
Christ, you men.
They took on another blacksmith in my place, and even once my arm was healed, I never got my job back. So I went from armourer's apprentice to a bloody miner. What a load of shit.
How far did you get with repairing the astronomical clock?
Pretty far. We went to see the clock, found what wasn't working, and started making the parts needed.
Aye, I remember the sound of hammering long into the night.
We hand-forged gears for the mechanism we wanted to set the clock to. I suppose you could call it the metal heart of the clock. It was a hell of a lot of work. Then we hired a goldsmith's apprentice to put the whole thing together. He was a canny lad, only he turned out to be a right bastard and ended up fleecing us.
I didn't know that.
What did he do?
He decided to fuck us over and sold the machine to some rich burgher. The lad told him it was some ancient artifact and the bloody fool ate it up. Martin gave him a proper beating for it, but it was no good. The machine stayed with the burgher, and shortly after that, Skoda died, and the whole thing lost its meaning.
Maybe I'll manage to fix it up.
You sound just like Martin. He put his heart and soul into the repair, but it's all so long ago now.
What's the name of the burgher who kept the mechanism?
Looking to get it back, are you? Forget about it. Martin tried it back then, and it was a wonder they didn't call the catchpoles on him.
It's been 20 years. Maybe his family doesn't even know what they have.
I doubt it, but it's worth a shot. His name was Vetter, German fella. His house was across from the rat house in the lower market.
Aye, but old Vetter is long gone. His son works as a scribe now.
But the heart is just the beginning. You'll need other parts too. We had plans for them, but God knows where they ended up. Do you know by any chance?
I have a bunch of Skoda's old sketches. Remind me later, Henry. My memory isn't what it used to be.
Where can I find Vetter, the scribe?
Either at his home or at the rat house. His is the last door on the gallery in the courtyard.
What does the mechanism look like?
It's a kind of large metal target, about a foot in diameter. It has sliding circles and grooved rails attached to it. They're supposedly used to measure the time by the sun and stars. But to be honest, I don't know how.
I'll go and talk to the scribe then.
Let's hope he doesn't take after his father. I suppose I'll go and settle in.
Servus, guter Mann. What can I do for you?
I heard you've got some curious heirloom from your father.
Ah, yes. The ancient mysterious device. Heaven knows what it's for, but it's surely a rare thing. Why are you asking about it?
I'd be interested in it.
I can't just sell it. It was my father's.
Sorry to disappoint you, but that mechanism's not what your father thought it was.
And what do you think it is then?
It didn't occur to you that thing might be the devil's work?
Sorry?
From what I've heard, the new Archbishop of Prague, Hare, is obsessed with machines like that. He's searching the whole land for them.
How would you know that?
They're already talking about it in Prague. That there's one in Kuttenberg. I'd say someone from the Archbishopric will be calling on you soon. They'll be asking questions. And maybe even the Holy Inquisition will get involved.
But that's surely not.
Well, in that case, best get rid of the machine while you still can. I'll gladly take it off your hands, provided your price is fair.
All right, fine. I don't want anything to do with the Inquisition.
All right, I'll pay you for it.
The machine's yours. I'll go and get it.
I ought to put the heart of the clock on display somewhere. That table by the wall should show it off nicely. That's that then. Now I need to ask Magdalena about the next stage of the plans. Magdalena?
I'm glad you brought Stander here. Looks like the poor lad went through a lot down in those mines.
Maybe, but...
He's finally doing what he should. You're truly a man in the right place, Henry. That's plain to me.
Thank you.
What did you need from me? Oh, right. You were going to remind me of something, weren't you?
I wanted to ask if you'd have a look through Skoda's belongings. See if you can find anything more about that clock. Sketches, drawings, calculations...
All right, I'll take a look. It'll take a while, though. Skoda was always scribbling notes and never threw anything away. But look, if you're really serious about repairing that clock, you ought to let the town hall know. Go and see Bailiff Plümmel and tell him what you're planning. He might have heard of our forge by now and give you a hearing.
Bailiff, I'd like to talk to you about your broken clock.
And who might you be?
Henry, a master of the Kuttenberg Blacksmith's Guild.
Ah, yes. Their new lad. And what is it you want with the clock?
I believe I can repair it.
Look here, Master Henry. I cannot let someone near the clock who is barely known in town.
But
Do not take it the wrong way, but if it went wrong, the counselors would have my head. Or worse, they would never trust me with the bailiff's mace again. Come and see me once you have made a name for yourself in Kuttenberg. Then we will talk.
they say you wanted to talk to me about something.
Yeah, I did, blacksmith. And about that new smithy of yours. How's it going?
I'm trying, but it's tough. Why'd you ask?
Look, here's the thing. You're new here, and you should know how things work before there's some misunderstanding.
What do you mean? What misunderstanding?
Easy now. It's nothing serious. Like I said, you're new here.
Am I bothering anyone here?
Well, you see, this quarter doesn't exactly have the best reputation with the councillors.
Then how does that concern me?
No offence, mate. You've got coin. You mingle with the bigwigs, and nobody here knows you. While the locals here live hand to mouth. They stick together, and they don't like anyone poking their nose in. Where do you think all this will lead?
I think I know where you're headed. You just want to blackmail me, right?
God forbid, not at all. On the contrary, I just want to help you.
And how much of this help of yours is going to cost me?
Why don't you believe I mean well? At least let me introduce you to someone who can explain it all. You certainly won't regret it.
Who's it about?
A benefactor, a patron. Maybe a bit of an odd fellow, but otherwise a smart, devout man. If you want to be on good terms with the locals, you should go and see him.
Does this benefactor have a name?
He's got a name like everyone else, but that's not important. Around here, they call him the Rag Man. The locals like him. He's helped a lot of them already.
What kind of nickname is that? Is he some kind of beggar?
Oh, no. That's just what they call him because he gives food to the poor in exchange for their old ragged clothes. And he looks after them in other ways, too.
Where can I find this benefactor? Does he come here?
No. But I'll let him know, and he'll be waiting for you this evening at the Iron Eagle.
How will I recognise him?
He'll be sitting at the corner table wearing a fine blue hat. You won't mistake him.
All right, I'll think it over. But now I'll go.
By all means, do as you think best.
To you.
Yachty!
Excuse me, I'm looking for a man here. They call him the Rag Man?
And what do you want from him?
So you know him? Or are you him?
I won't keep you in suspense. I'm him. I've been waiting for you, Master Blacksmith. I wanted to talk to you about a few things.
What's this about?
Sit down and make yourself comfortable. I'll explain everything right away. You know, setting up that smithy was a good idea. I like when someone has the courage to follow their dreams. The future belongs to those who believe in their dreams. You just mustn't underestimate the raw reality. You've settled in a quarter full of outcasts and poor folk who haven't been as lucky as you.
I understand. Mole already hinted at something. Are you trying to warn me? Is there some threat?
No, nothing's happened. Not yet.
Not yet?
Look, I know you're trying to please the guild. That's good. But you mustn't forget your neighbors either. As they say, the shirt is closer to the skin than the coat. If you help those poor folk, and I don't mean with coin, but by pulling them out of the shit, they won't give you trouble later. And they might even come to like you. Understand, we're talking about people here who are at rock bottom. But the town belongs to them just as much as to those at the top. And maybe even more.
I've heard you're quite well liked. A benefactor. You care about the poor.
I'm glad to hear I've got a good reputation, but I don't do it for fame.
You give people food in exchange for old rags. You think that's clever?
My goal is to give the worthless a new purpose. And believe me, I'm not doing it in vain. One day, when we know each other better, I'll share my secret with you.
But what do you need from me right now?
Me, personally? Nothing. A gifted artist has got into trouble, and without our help, it'll crush him. And it would be a damned shame to waste his sculpting talent. If you help him, it will be a fine start to our further cooperation. What do you say?
So tell me, what happened to him?
He was just unlucky. Young Damien is an example of how easily an honest man can slip.
Didn't you say he's an artist?
Yes, he recently came to the city to create a Calvary for the Kuttenberg Mint. Truly a beautiful piece. And that's precisely the trouble. He can't finish it. But he also knows if he fails, he'll be reduced to beggary. And desperation leads to desperate acts.
Did he get mixed up with the underworld?
Almost. He wanted to hire old Volf to rob Adam Velvar, with who he was lodging. You see, Velvar has a very pretty wife, who he guards jealously. He accused Damien of seducing her and nearly strangled him. Imagine! The lad had to jump out of the window to get away.
Really?
Luckily, he survived, but he left all his belongings behind. And now, without them, he can't finish his commission.
Why didn't Damien go straight to the bailiff?
Because he's not a fool. Who do you think the bailiff would be more likely to believe? No, it's better not to involve the council.
And did he do it? Did he seduce the woman?
I don't know. But what I do know is that Velvar goes to a dodgy bathhouse girl, so he's hardly one to preach about morals. And Damien surely doesn't deserve to have the suspicions of one jealous husband ruin his promising future.
You're right. I'll give him a second chance too. Something similar happened to me recently at Trotsky.
So, let's help him get his things back so he can finish his work.
What do you suggest?
We'll divide the work. You'll go to Velvar's for Damien's things, and I'll handle the rest.
How am I supposed to do it?
At night, it'll be easier. But during the day, you can have a word with Velvar, and no one will suspect you.
What if it doesn't work?
Don't worry. I've got good connections. I'll make sure you're covered. Just be careful, no one gets hurt.
All right. I'll help that poor fellow. Sum up what needs to be done?
The townsman Adam Velvar threw the sculptor Damien out of his house, but his tools, and especially his drawings, were left behind. You should find everything on the upper floor of the house, in the large room with windows facing the street. If you manage to get them, bring the things to Mole. He'll know what to do next.
Is that all? Will that be the end of it?
That's up to you. I try to help where it makes sense. You'll have to decide for yourself if it makes sense to you.
And if it does?
Then I'll leave you a message with the innkeeper, and I'll trust I wasn't wrong about you, friend.
Sei gegrüßt, mein Herr. I was just about to close up shop. You got it. Grüß Gott. Was brauchst du?
I'm sorry. What was I just thinking?
The taste of home on your esteemed tongue.
Guten Abend.
My name's Henry. I came for Damien's things.
Was? You know Damian?
Not really. But an acquaintance of mine said he got into trouble.
And what do you want from me?
Well, I thought maybe you'd want to help me with this.
Warum sollte ich das? My husband brought him in, lodged him, and in the end I got the scene for it.
Sorry. I thought you were friends.
Welche Freunde bitte?
Damian means nothing to me. He's a coward. And anyway, that's none of your business. Get out of here. You have no place here.
Caress your soul! Color of the most precious ruby. Hear ye, hear ye! Let it be
I apologize.
How can I help you, sir?
I brought the sculptor's tools and sketches for Damien.
Damn, you're good. Did you even know the lad tried to rob me?
No, I didn't know.
He was damn lucky I didn't break his thieving hands right then.
And he wouldn't be sculpting much anymore.
Yeah. But he's a good lad. It'd be a shame to waste him on thieving. Thanks to you, maybe he's got a better future ahead.
My pleasure. Here are his sketches, and I also found some sculptor's tools there. I think they're his.
All respect. You can help someone in need. I value that, and I certainly won't keep it to myself. The locals will hear you're a good man.
Thanks. Did the ragman leave me any more messages?
Not yet, but I'll let you know when something comes up.
So, will you finally speak with me about that broken clock of yours?
You made a name for yourself in the town now, so why not? I doubt the councillors would object. Even that meddler Vorsucher will not be able to say a word. Besides, the clock is so broken it could not be any worse. Worth a try, no? So tell me, how do you plan to fix it?
Well, I've got some plans from Master Skoda, who tried to repair it years ago. Supposedly, he got quite far.
That is definitely a good start. In any case, I reckon you ought to hear the whole sorry tale first. It might make you wiser. I was barely more than a lad back then, but my father was on the council, so I got a pretty close look through him. One day the mechanism just suddenly stopped, and it has stood still ever since, nearly 30 years now. What I still remember, your guild rather boldly telling my father and the other councillors that there was no need to call in anyone from abroad. They said we would save coin if our own people handled the repairs. But it went as it usually does.
And how is that?
Instead of pulling together, every one of those masters tried to snatch the reward for himself. Master Skoda, Erwin Klemmer, Hollander, each one worked on the repairs in his own little corner. No wonder the councillors lost patience and finally sent for the Italians from Padua. Though that did not end well either.
How did it end?
I only know what my father told me. They demanded all the plans and acted like they were the finest masters around. Yes, we'll do it. No trouble at all. They also asked for a fat advance. 2 weeks later, they were boozing through every tavern in the city and lazing about in the bath by day. When the bailiff reminded them they ought to get started on the repair, they almost took offense. But they did get to work. What happened next? Well, Father never liked to talk about it. That much I can tell you. The counselor said the next day they found the clock half looted, the remaining parts strewn about, and the Italians gone, along with the plans. All but one, the youngest of them, a nobleman named Fabrizio de Dondi, had stayed behind with the Burkhar's daughter. His companions most likely forgot him in the rush.
And what happened to him?
Dondi said, or so I heard, told the counselors he knew nothing. He claimed he was only an apprentice. Of course, they locked him up. Some wanted to send a letter to Padua right away demanding ransom. But it soon turned out Fabrizio, young as he was, could be very useful to the town. So they let him go.
How useful?
Kuttenberg is a mining town. The counselors are mine officials first and foremost. Not long after they locked him up, they sent Dondi to work in the mines. He spent so long studying the mining machines that he figured out how to improve them. He significantly boosted the miners' output, and they realized you could not just trade away someone that clever like a sack of charcoal. So Fabrizio was granted the freedom, on condition that he stay in the town. And so he's still here to this day, and by the look of it, doing quite well. He is a bit of an odd one, but I'm afraid if you are serious about repairing the clock, sooner or later you will have to speak with him. The Italians vanished with the plans, so Fabrizio is probably the only one who ever saw the clock in its original state.
Where can I find Fabrizio?
He lives on the upper floor of the second house on Vintner Street, next to the tailor. Though I'm not sure he will speak to you. If you are passing by, try dropping in and see if you can win him over somehow.
So there really aren't any other plans?
No, they took all of them. And they disappeared with them too. I cannot tell, but feel there was something shady about it. Try asking Fabrizio. He does not share much with me.
What about the other repairmen from the guild? You mentioned some names.
Klemmer and Hollander? They will not help you anymore. Both are dead, and their families have long since moved far away.
So, I'll get back to the repairs.
I'm thankful you're trying, Master. I really am. But there is one last thing you need to know. I am not sure that even if you succeed with the repair, we will be able to offer you any reward. The town is exhausted by war. The coffers are empty. You understand.
Surely some sort of reward could be found. There'll be a lot of work. I'll have to talk to a lot of people, go through the details, and it'll cost me something too.
Well, if I am genuinely satisfied with how you handle it all, maybe I will find a little something for you.
I'll do my best. Thank you, Bailiff.
Good day. What would you like?
Did you look through those documents from your husband's estate?
Yeah, it was hellish work. So many sketches and doodles. I couldn't even tell what half of them were supposed to be. Even the parchment alone must have cost a fortune. I've no idea where the old man kept getting it.
And did you find anything that might relate to the clock?
Here's some calculations and diagrams. I don't understand much of it, but it looks like a set of weights.
Thanks.
Well now, if you need those weights cast, Eldris might be able to help. He's pretty pricey, and always up to his neck in work. But truth be told, I don't know any other founder in Kuttenberg. His workshop's just down by the stream, at the bottom of Hopbrink.
How's trade?
I've got the coin for you here.
Thank you very much.
Herzlich willkommen.
If I understand correctly, you mainly make bells?
Ja, genau. Are you in the market for one? Or why do you ask?
I'd be more interested in a gun.
Ich verstehe. There's a lot of talk about hot pieces right now, eh? But I have to warn you, they do not exactly come cheap. Andererseits, with a gun from me, you can be sure it will not go off in deinem Gesicht.
I'm interested in bronze casting. I'm originally a blacksmith, after my father.
Warum nicht? And you have never seen a foundry, lad?
Well, they cast a church bell in the Sassau monastery once. But what's that compared to your gunpowder bombard?
And yet it is nämlich the same concept. But it's a new era. Mein Vater cast bells for angelic choirs, and I cast guns for hellish blasts.
I need something cast from you.
Entschuldigung. I'd be happy to cast whatever you need. But right now, I just can't.
Why not?
We've got a contract from the town. Loads of work. The furnaces are running full tilt. Verdammte Scheiße. We don't even get to breathe. And then there is that Pushko.
Who's Pushko?
Mein Geselle. Apprentice. He's gone missing, and now we can't keep up. I sent him to Grund, zur Abmessung der Glocke, to measure the bell. I lent him my horse, so he'd be back quick. But he's still not returned. Seit 2 Tagen. Verdammter Kerl. And there's just no one to hire. And without people, I cannot cast a thing.
What if I went and found that apprentice of yours?
Wait a moment. Du bist der neue Meister. You're the new one at the guild. Eichner was talking about you, the capable one. You'll find Pushko for sure. Ich vertraue dir. If you find Pushko, the first thing you'll tell him is to cast whatever you want. Darauf gebe ich dir mein Wort.
Where should I look for him?
Was weiß ich? You should ask the Pfarrer in Grund. Na ja, the priest in Grund should know. Sein Name ist Havel.
Did Pushko have anything valuable with him? Something that might make someone want to ambush him?
Valuable? Nein, das glaube ich nicht. But to me, he's valuable in himself. Ist wertvoll, weil Gesicht ist. He's truly very skilled.
All right, I'll go and look for him.
Gott sei Dank. Hopefully nothing's happened to him. Or meinem Pferd.
My God! Why are you all covered in blood? What do you want?
I'm looking for the apprentice, Pushko, from Master Founder Eldris of Kuttenberg. I heard he was supposed to stop by to measure the bell.
Aye, he was here. Came on a fine horse and did his job well. Climbed the tower and measured everything carefully. But then he went to the tavern. I warned him not to. Told him he shouldn't do that. He wouldn't listen.
Why shouldn't he go to the tavern?
Because he openly said he planned to play dice. And gambling brings misfortune. It seemed to weigh on his soul a bit afterwards, because he came to confess the next morning.
And then?
Then nothing. I went about my rounds in the village as usual. I did spot him later, walking towards that long forest, stretching from the charcoal burners all the way southwest to the Wolf Mountains. He was walking slowly, on foot, and for some reason, He was carrying a rope slung over his shoulder.
What exactly did he tell you?
I can't reveal that.
What? Why?
Well, essentially it was part of a confession, so I'm bound by the seal of confession.
Well, in this case, you wouldn't actually be breaking the seal of confession.
How so?
The sacramental seal is, of course, inviolable. But in this case, you wouldn't be endangering the penitent. On the contrary, by speaking up, you might save his life.
That's actually true. Pushko confided in me that in the evening he was playing dice with the woodcutters camped near the Wolf Mountains. And as the beer flowed, the stakes got higher until Pushko ran out of coin. But he still wanted to keep playing, so he wagered his horse and lost.
But that wasn't his horse.
Exactly. After confession the next morning, he told me it was a serious mess.
You let him go?
Well, why shouldn't I have?
What if he was off to string himself up from the nearest tree with that rope?
Wait, you mean that he might have... No, surely not. He can't do that. It's against the Lord.
I'm going to find him. I just hope it's not too late.
May all the saints stand by you.
Pushko! Pushko! Hey! Pushko, where are you? I hope I'm not too late. Pushko! 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 Eldris is looking for you. No one here either. He's not in this part of the woods. If he's gone and hanged himself, I'll be bloody furious. Pushko! Pushko! Hey! Eldris sent me! Life's beautiful! Don't do anything stupid! Pushko! 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 Eldris is looking for you! No one here either. Pushko! Hey! Pushko, where are you? I hope I'm not too late. Pushko! Pushko!
Watch out for that rope.
You're Pushko?
Who are you? And what are you doing here?
I'm Henry. Eldris sent me. I needed him to cast something for me, but he says he can't manage without you. Seems you're missed in the workshop.
Jesus. But I can't go back just yet.
I get it. First you need to get Eldris's horse back from the woodcutters.
Oh, Jesus. He lent me Bentley and I lost him. Oh, what a disgrace. I'm just a bloody fool. The biggest fool of them all, damn it. If I go back without the horse, Eldris will tear me in half. But it's really all his fault.
What do you mean?
He's always sending me to measure bells, cast maces and other stupid things. And the journey's always boring as hell. If he'd finally let me cast guns, none of this would have happened. Oh, and I don't have to deal with this mess anymore.
So what's your plan?
I'll start shouting at them to provoke them. Then I'll lure them right into a trap. When they run after me, they'll trip over the rope and smack flat on their faces. And I'll use the chance to grab the horse.
What if they don't trip over the rope?
Why wouldn't they?
Well, one of them might run a bit later and dodge it. Or they might not all come running. You're just asking for a proper hiding.
Then what am I supposed to do? Got a better idea?
When the priest told me you took a rope and headed for the woods, it looked like you were going to hang yourself.
I'd never do that. Suicides go straight to hell. I actually had this plan all figured out since last night.
Couldn't you just pay Eldris off? I mean, give him some coin.
Ha! What world do you live in? Do you know how much a horse like that costs?
I've got a bit of coin.
I can't accept that. We barely know each other. I just have to get Eldris's Bentley back, that's all.
You know what? Better let me handle the woodcutters.
You do that for me?
Yeah, I'm good with this sort of trouble.
Well, all right then. I'll wait here.
I heard you won the horse in a dice game.
That's right. Seems I've already made a name for myself.
Trouble is, the horse doesn't belong to the apprentice who played for it, but to his master. He's got to give it back.
Then he shouldn't have played for it. The lads have taken a liking to him. They're learning to ride him. Beats drinking all day, right?
Look, the lad just made a stupid mistake. Don't tell me you've never done something stupid while drunk. Happens to everyone.
Sure, but why should I be the one paying for someone else's mistake?
Well, that stupid mistake could ruin his life. He'll never repay his master. They'll throw him out of the workshop. How about doing a good deed and just forgiving him? Like a merciful Christian.
Maybe I could. All right, you can take the horse. And tell that apprentice not to gamble again. Or at least not while drinking. He'll save himself a lot of grief. Hey, Toman, get off that horse. Quick.
Whoa! Here's Eldris's Bentley. Now you can go back without worry.
Oh, you saved my neck, mate. Thank you so much. Let's get out of here quick before anything else goes wrong. Will you ride with me to Eldris?
Sure. Let's go.
At least it will pass faster that way.
So I found Pushko for you. Alive, well, and with Bentley.
Pushko! Where have you been with my horse all this time?
Well,
He wasn't in Grund, so I rode around the area searching. In the end, I found him in Horsham. He didn't even know which way to go. That happens to city folk. Not the first time I've found someone lost like that.
Vielen Dank, mein Freund. I knew you wouldn't let me down, Henry. I'll make sure everyone in town hears von deiner Bereitschaft und deinem Mut.
Come again?
I'll sing your praises. Everywhere. And you'll get a lovely rabatt from me. A discount.
Now you've got your apprentice back, can we sort out the casting?
Ja, natürlich. I keep my word. Speak with Pushko. Wird es arrangieren.
as always.
Eldris said I'm supposed to talk to you about the casting.
Yeah, figures. If you give me the drawings with clear instructions, I'll cast whatever you want. But be ready to pay through the nose. Eldris charges a lot for this sort of job. If I had my own workshop, it'd be different. After what you did for me, I'd cast it for you for free. If you ever get one, let me know. I'd gladly work for you till I'm smoking like a furnace.
I've already opened one.
Well, I'll be. What are you waiting for then? Want to keep making Eldris a fortune?
How about you come and work for me? In my workshop, you can focus on what you really want to do. What do you say?
Jesus Christ, yes! I'm in with both feet. But How do I tell Eldris? Never mind. I'll handle it somehow. Thank you, Henry. I'll pack my things and be right over.
Fabrizio Dondi?
Fabrizio de Dondi. Sono un nobile. I am of noble birth.
I beg your pardon?
Who are you?
Forgive the intrusion. I'm Henry, a master of the Kuttenberg Blacksmiths Guild.
You do not really look the part. What do you want?
Bailiff Plumel sent me. I want to try and repair the town clock. And you're the last one who saw it in its original state.
I suppose so. Madonna. That was the worst day of my life. Look, I do not like to think back on that time. Honestly, I would rather leave it buried in the past. What even makes you think you can fix the clock and convince the bailiff to trust you?
I recently took over the forge of Old Master Skoda and found out he and my father were working on repairing the clock. It was 20 years ago, and it seems they got quite far. I even found their diagrams for the components.
So, if you have the plans, why do you need me?
Because you're the only person in Kuttenberg who saw what the clock looked like back then. The one they were trying to repair based on those plans. And you've made a new life for yourself in this town. A comfortable life. So, maybe you owe it a little something.
You may be right. And I suppose you have plenty more questions. Go on, ask.
Tell me more about that so-called Italian scam. Was it all planned from the start?
Italian scam? Is that what they call it nowadays? In any case, you are asking the wrong man. I honestly believe we were here to repair the clock. Everyone acted like they meant it. The group included seasoned craftsmen, astrologers, master mechanics. Truth be told, I was only there because of my family name. My grandfather, Jacopo, and father Giovanni were great scholars. Physicians, astrologers, and engineers. They followed the works of Campanus of Novara and crafted magnificent orologia. The Padua clock is one of theirs. It only dawned on me after those fraudsters left me here that I was just bait for the townsfolk. They were after the plans, though perhaps revenge was part of it too. Revenge against my family.
What do you mean? They wanted revenge?
My family was successful, and success breeds resentment. The Padua expedition was led by Camillo Valla, one of my father's former students. He must have realized the Kuttenberg clock was structurally unique, so he took the plans.
And destroyed the mechanism too, so he could pass the plans off as his own work?
Sadly, yes. But I have no news he ever earned any real fame with them. And they left me here, in a foreign land, with a sullied, famous name. They ruined my life. It must have broken my father's heart. I was not even allowed to attend his funeral while I was being held here. It broke me. For good.
The bailiff said you were given all the clock plans back then. Where did they end up?
In Padua, most likely. Look, I had no idea what they were up to. I was the youngest. They did not trust me with anything. You've probably heard how those swindlers ruined me. Cazzo! Luckily, the Lord gave me a decent memory. It is all up here, in my head. Down to the last cog.
Would you be able to share those plans with me? Maybe recreate them from memory?
Perché? It would be pointless work.
They'd help me with the repairs.
They would not. Sadly, after the sabotage by my unruly countrymen, fixing the clock will take more than old plans.
So what exactly do I need to repair the clock, aside from your expertise?
You will need a mechanism called an astrolabe. Its measurements are transferred via a gear train to the main mechanism, which sets the movement in motion with a folio and weights.
Without that astrolabe, the heart of any clock, all other work is futile. And crafting one is no easy task.
I've got the heart of the clock. It sat in a burger's house for 20 years.
Now that is good news. That gives us a foundation to build on. If it still works, of course.
I wouldn't know, but I hope so.
Next, you will need a set of weights. Precisely calibrated and cast according to the old machine's designs.
I've got old designs for the weights from Master Skoda.
Excellent. Then all that is left is to have them cast. In any case, in the end we will need to build that folio-driven escapement ourselves. My countrymen dismantled most of it and took it away. But luckily, part of it remained. For the final stage of the repair, we will need some smithing. But more importantly, a truly skilled mechanic. Or a locksmith, if you prefer.
I thought that was you.
No. I can design it, calculate it, set it up. But the hands-on work will require someone exceptionally handy.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Oh, you will find someone. The masters at the guild know their craft, do they not?
So what else is needed for the repair?
You said you have got the astrolabe. That is very important. Then we will need that set of weights, and a truly capable locksmith. A real master of his craft.
How'd you like living in Kuttenberg?
Honestly? At first it was not easy. I was more or less a prisoner in this town. They wanted ransom for me, dragged me around, threatened to send me to the mines. Can you imagine? Me, digging. Luckily I noticed the machines they used in the treadmills were hopelessly outdated. So I suggested an improvement. And just like that, their tune changed. Since then, they have treated me entirely differently. So I probably owe everything here to my talent. Since then, I have somewhere to live, something to do, and really, I miss nothing. Except for home. Just a little.
Thanks. I'll come back once I've got everything we need.
Va bene. Come back with that locksmith. We'll talk it all over with a roast and a bottle of good wine. And in the meantime, try to tidy yourself up a bit. You could dress better.
I need you to cast weights for me.
Weights, eh? What for? It would be useful to know.
It's for the repair of the astronomical clock. I've got the designs. Any problem with that?
No, I'll take care of it like I promised. Can I see the designs?
Here you go.
That will need to be really precise. I can manage, but it'll take a bit of time, most likely a whole day. You know what? I'll get started right away and bring them to your smithy when they're done.
How are those weights, Pushko?
Done. Full set. It's on the bench. Bit of a fiddly job, especially sorting out all those calculations. It's a good thing I could cast it here. You'd have paid through the nose at Eldris's. Now you've got the weights, I reckon the repair's almost done.
Yeah, not quite. I'm still missing the most important bit. The actual mechanism. I'll have to ask how they used to do it.
Well, at least you've got someone to ask. Stan will be glad to help you, won't he?
You're right about that.
Greetings, Sonny.
I had the weights cast based on your sketches.
I noticed. Great work. You really are a man of action. Just like your pa. I'm sure you'll see it through to the end. Only the last step is always the hardest. Especially in this case.
What's the last step?
To put the clock together, in short. Only you can't do it alone. Back in the old days, at least we could get a good look at the clock. But I've heard since those Italians got involved, there's not much to look at. You made everything you could based on our old sketches, but you're still going to need someone who's seen the original machine.
I know someone like that. One of the Italians stayed in Kuttenberg. Not voluntarily, but still. I spoke with him, and he said he remembers everything. The plans are in his head. And he said he'll help me.
But you're still going to need someone who can put the clock back together.
That's what the Italian said, too.
Someone handy, who's seen and touched the clock from the inside. Someone... who also happens to be the crookedest bastard far and wide.
You have someone in mind, don't you?
Aye. His name is Wolf.
That apprentice goldsmith who was working with you, but then stole the heart of the clock?
That's the one. It might have been his first crooked deed, but it definitely wasn't the last. Before I left Kuttenberg, I heard he started getting involved in all sorts of thieving and scamming. They say he can open any chest, pick even the hardest locks. He worked for anyone who had the coin, and if he wasn't happy with how much he got for the job, he'd fuck them over without a second thought.
Do we really need this Wolf fella? You said he was a cheat.
I'm afraid he's the only person who really knows the clock, and is handy enough to fix it.
And what if someone else learned how? Someone more reliable?
It would take much longer than convincing Wolf to work with us. You're just gonna have to risk it with him, Henry.
What does Wolf look like?
I haven't seen him in 20 years, so I don't know. But back then, he had bright ginger hair. Not a little ginger, like fire. Who knows? He could be bald these days. And from what I remember, he didn't exactly talk like one of ours. I think he was from Moravia.
Is he even still alive? I wouldn't be surprised if someone took revenge on him.
I couldn't tell you, but fuckers like him tend to be lucky. I reckon he's doing just fine for himself. Living in some big house, pretending to be a lord.
Where can I find him?
You'll have to look for him. But I reckon people connected to shady dealings around here might know. Maybe someone from the Hole? He used to be there all the time, day and night. But I reckon these days it might not be noble enough for him.
I'll go and find Wolf then.
Best of luck.
What will it be?
I'm looking for a fella by the name of Wolf.
Wolf? Why are you after that animal?
I need him to help me with repairing the clock.
He'd be more likely to puke into it. You definitely won't find him here. He's banned from the Hole.
Banned? Someone's banned from this tavern?
Wolf is. Believe it or not, he's such a pig. The regulars complained about the smell. And he used to be quite the big shot. When he earned something, he'd buy rounds for the whole tavern. Now he just begs, always drunk. Wanders the town, who knows where. If you're expecting anything from him, I'd think twice if I was you.
Where would I find him?
No idea where he might be loafing about. Among the beggars.
And where's that?
They've got their bloody tents by the walls. By the monastery gate in the northeast corner of town, or in the cobbler's quarter, by the gate to the lower district.
What does Wolf even look like?
Foul. He turns your stomach the moment you lay eyes on him.
Wouldn't you have a more precise description?
You'll likely know him by his red mop. More ginger than that fucker Sigismund.
Where would I find him?
I'm telling you, try the places where beggars kip. By the monastery gate, or in the cobbler's quarter, by the walls.
Don't you know someone who might know more about him?
No, not really. Actually, wait. Maybe our mutual friend the Ragman might know something. I'd try him. If he doesn't know, then I've got no idea.
All right, I'll go and look for him.
If you do find him, don't you dare bring him back here. Filthy bugger.
Good day to you. What would you like?
I need to find someone. His name is Wolf.
The former goldsmith's apprentice who turned blacksmith? Moravian? Redhead with thieving fingers?
Aye, that one. I thought you might know something about him.
I'm not going to ask what you want with him. That's your business. But as far as I know, he hasn't practiced the trade in a while.
I just need to find him. Will you help me?
Try looking in the beggars' dens by the wall in the cobbler's quarter, near the gate to the lower town. But it likely won't be easy with him. Word is he's taken to drink and is rarely sober, unless you manage to drag him out of that drunken stupor of his.
Soon, my friend.
Hey, Ginger. Oh, Jesus, what a stench. This is supposed to be the famous Wolf. The ragman was right. He's a drunken wreck. We've got to get him back on his feet. The sooner, the better. Wolf?
But... Piggy!
Oh no, mate. This won't do. We need to get you a hair of the dog potion. Wolf? Can you hear me?
What? What you want?
You're in a right state, aren't you?
Me? Nah. Got any coin with you?
This really isn't going to work like this. Here. Take this.
We dram lovely.
Aye, right you are. So, you feeling any better?
Better. Tearful, lad. Not at all. My head got fuck habit.
That's what sobriety feels like. You might have forgotten.
Who are you? And what do you want from me?
I'm Henry, a master of the Kuttenberg Blacksmiths Guild, son of Martin. They used to call him Frisky. You might remember him.
Don't remember any Frisky.
You betrayed him, and he smacked you for it.
There were plenty like that. That's why I ended up here. So if you want to do the same, be my guest. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck anymore.
He trusted you with building the heart of the Kuttenberg clock, and you stole it and sold it to Vetter.
Oh, that. I remember now. Christ, it's been ages. I owed the Brotherhood, and I figured I could pay it off that way and somehow get the machine back. Only that didn't work. I had to start doing more things for them, more jobs, you get it? Otherwise, I really fucked everything up. Betrayed people who didn't deserve it. Why even deserve that punch? It's all my fault. I brought all this on myself. The pity!
I'll give you a chance to fix all of it. To get your life back in order.
It's too late. I haven't got the strength to change. I haven't got the strength for anything. It's too late.
It's never too late, Wolf. I'm finishing the clock repairs, but I need a mechanic for that. One who saw the clock with his own eyes before the Italians dismantled it. One who touched it. And in this town, that's only you.
It's been over 20 years. I can barely remember yesterday. Leave me be. There's no point in wasting your time on me.
I'm offering you a helping hand here, Wolf. This might be your last chance to crawl out of the shit, and I think you can't afford to let that chance slip by.
You think so? Well, it's true, I always did manage to push myself somehow. And when I had something tough in front of me, something damn near impossible, I said to myself, Wolf, you can do this, kurva! And kurva, I always did.
There you go. And now you'll do it again.
Maybe. maybe you're right. But even if I took your chance, we're missing someone who could design the machine. Or are you saying you'd try it yourself?
Not exactly, but I'm not worried. We'll go to one man who can help us, and together we'll pull it off.
Wait. What man?
Don't worry about that now.
Wait, I want to know. If you don't tell me, I'm not going anywhere with you.
His name's Fabrizio.
That's not a Czech name. Sounds kinda Italian, do pizza.
He's one of those Italians hired by the town to repair the clock.
An Italian? So a fucking swindler, do pizza.
He's no swindler. He was young, and they set him up, just like they did the councillors and the whole town. Besides, you're the last one who should be talking about swindlers.
Devour. All right. I just can't stand Italians. Arrogant bastards, a lot of them.
He was the last one to see the clock in more or less working condition. And he's a renowned inventor to boot. But we need him. So drop the prejudices. But before I introduce you, we'll clean you up so you don't disgrace yourself. We're going to the baths.
The baths? But I don't want to go to the baths.
Come on, Wolf. The baths will do you good. Don't make me twist your arm.
All right. If you say so. Let's go. I can't do this. Picho. Oh, I just can't. I can't do it. Sorry.
Where are you going?
I can't do it. I can't.
People. Good people.
You tried to run off.
I don't want to go. What will those wenches say? They laugh at me.
You think they're not used to dirt in the baths? You'll see. You'll feel better.
I'm just so ashamed.
Come on, Wolf. Don't be afraid. Don't you remember how you used to be? A real dandy. Nothing was too much for you.
Maybe. Once.
And it'll be that way again. You'll see. So don't be afraid and come along. And no more tricks this time. Here we are. That wasn't so bad, was it?
This is going to be embarrassing. Default.
Embarrassing? You're a disgrace already. You'll see. A nice hot bath will do you good.
Couldn't I have a bit of wine first for courage?
Absolutely not. You just get drunk and make a scene again.
Hang on, though. Once I wash, what am I going to change into? All I've got is these rags.
No worries. You'll wait in the tub and rest, and in the meantime, I'll get you something decent to wear. Well, look at you. You're a whole new man.
Henry, that really was wonderful. And those lovely bathmates everywhere.
That's not all. I got you a new outfit too. You'll look like a proper gentleman.
Well, now I'm really curious. Show me. Well now, you really do have taste. It's just, will you have something for the head too? My hair's getting a bit thin. That one's top notch. Curva. I reckon when I put this on, I can face that Italian cunt without shame. Want to go now?
All right then. It's time to go and see Fabrizio. Hopefully you'll get along.
I don't know. Picture. I've just got my own opinion about the fucking Italians. All right. Let's give it a shot.
Just try not to lose your temper with Fabrizio. You're supposed to work together, so make a good impression.
What do you take me for? I know how to behave. I used to be a proper gent with coin.
Glad to hear it. The only thing is, maybe we should tidy up your hair and beard a bit first, eh?
Why not? Bet the wenches give me a little trim.
We're here, Master de Dondi. This is Master Wolf.
Welcome to my humble abode, gentlemen. Please, take a seat. I have taught my cook to prepare a splendid porchetta. I hope you'll not turn your nose up at it.
Too right. I'll go for that. I haven't eaten in 2 days.
With the porchetta, I can offer you a Tuscan red or a local wine from Loretz. Surprisingly, both pair with it almost equally well.
Tuscan.
An excellent choice.
What does it matter, eh? As long as it flows.
It's not quite the same, but allied.
Wolf, don't you dare.
It's just a little drop. It won't do any harm, right?
Right. Enough talk of food and drink. Listo a mangiare, listo a lavorare. I have taken the liberty of sketching the core of the Gutenberg orologia mechanism, which might serve as a replacement for the broken one. What do you think of it, Master?
Put some effort in, Wolf.
I can bloody try, Tiefel. It makes sense, but it's needlessly complex. And these 2 cogwheels here have too few teeth. The whole thing will end up running slow.
Really? How do you know that?
Because I've seen the old mechanism and I remember it well, all right? I haven't drunk my brain away yet.
I thought the gearing would be driven by the big wheel that's still in there.
That big wheel has 365 teeth exactly. I counted them. So if it's to run properly, these cogwheels have to be smaller. And there has to be 4 of them.
You think so?
This crankshaft here is also far too long. The cage is quite small, it wouldn't fit in, even sideways.
Interesting observations. What do you think, Henry?
I think Wolf's right.
Course I am. You think I'm daft?
No one said that. I look forward to discussing it all in detail over a fine meal. De maestro a maestro. Now, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I'll go and have everything arranged. One thinks better on a full stomach.
Thank Christ. I'm so hungry I could eat a dog.
Master Wolf, you're starting to be a bit hard to understand.
This wine is so good.
It surely is, but many a time I've no idea what is going on in your head. We're talking about gearing, about the escapement. And then, what was that song supposed to mean?
What song?
The one you started humming. What does that have to do with fixing the clock?
Hunger, poverty, and plague. Na 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 na.
Non vale la pena. The man is legless. He's put away 3 whole bottles.
Picture. 3 bottles and I'm pissed. Me? Moravian? What are you on about, you mangy Italian?
And now, he's insulting me in my own home? I can't work with someone like that.
Right back at you, Vula.
Look, Wolf, this is your chance at a better life. Don't throw it away. Remember how much you liked it at the baths. Wouldn't you like to go more often?
Too right, I would.
You see? All you have to do is work with Master Fabrizio here, and you could have the baths every day. You just have to stop drinking.
Yeah. I know.
So, let's get one thing clear. Master Wolf here's done drinking, and he'll do everything Master Fabrizio asks of him. Got it?
Got it.
The master can sleep over there. We'll begin work on the escapement first thing tomorrow. I just fear, Henry, that it'll take a bit longer than planned, due to certain differences of opinion.
What can you do?
We'll meet at your forge to assemble all the parts and agree on the final repair.
All right. Best of luck.
Adio, Henry. Pray for us.
Gentlemen, are you done?
Why else would we be here, eh?
Everything's already laid out on the bench in the forge. Didn't you notice?
I haven't looked it over yet. So does that mean we can speak to the bailiff about the repair?
Well, not quite. We've had a bit of a mishap.
I told you it was too long. I just wanted to shorten it a tad, is all.
Wolf managed to break the escapement crankshaft.
What does that mean?
It means we don't have the crankshaft anymore without the proper crankshaft. Our mechanism is completely useless. Merda.
That means it's buggered.
Can't we make a new crankshaft?
We can, but you'll have to help us with it. The crankshaft will need to be reforged according to the plans, which for you as an experienced blacksmith ought to be child's play.
I've no idea what a crankshaft like that is even supposed to look like.
A crankshaft is basically a long, narrow rod. I've got the original one here that Wolf broke. You'll need it for reference. I'm no expert, but from a smithing standpoint, I don't reckon it's that different from forging a short blade.
The only thing is, you don't need to sharpen it.
The broken crankshaft is 4 inches too long, so forge a shorter one.
Otherwise, it won't fit in the mechanism.
All right, I'll get to it.
Once you're done, that will mean we have everything.
Come to us first, and then we'll be off to the bailiff.
The crankshaft's repaired, exactly to specifications. 4 inches shorter than the original.
Excellent. You're clearly a true master of your craft, Henry.
Well now, this will slot in as smooth as butter.
All in all, I reckon we are properly prepared now. Right, Master Wolf?
Well, it will still be a right handful. Like those Italians did to the mechanism. It's a disgrace. But I'll deal with it somehow.
You've got this, Wolf.
Too right I do. Like always.
What do we do next?
Well, we fix the clock. What else?
We must inform the bailiff. It would be better if you went alone first and made all the arrangements. We do not want to storm in like a herd. Me and Wolf here will go over a few, so nothing unexpected crops up.
Don't worry, Fabrizio.
You do have a knack for losing your temper. Let us not go frightening the bailiff.
I won't. I'm completely calm. Like the Lamb of God, Tivola.
I hope so.
Well now, we've got everything. It's time we fix that damn clock. What do you say, Pa? I bring good news, sir. We've got all the parts, and we're ready to start fixing the clock.
Well then, so it worked out in the end.
Why wouldn't it have?
I ran into Fabrizio a few days ago, and he told me it was difficult to get through to that new partner of his.
Difficult how?
Apparently, first chance he got absolutely shit-faced. Fabrizio had to hide all the bottles from him.
Jesus. I'm gonna wring Wolf's neck.
On the other hand, they did get the job done, like you said. So they must have found a way to work together.
Let's hope so.
Keep your chin up. You're done fine work, Master Henry. More than any of those so-called experts have in the past 30 years. Now, if you'll allow me, I'd like to lend a hand myself, at least symbolically in the name of the town. I'll have Fabrizio and that mechanic of yours sent for, and we'll move the necessary parts from your forge to the town hall. I trust you're all right with that.
Let's get to it.
Sit down here with us. I'll have some refreshments brought while I see to the arrangements. Something wrong?
Unsolvable problem. Fellows, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. It cannot be done. You cannot unscrew this here. Or that, or that, or that. And if you want to unscrew that, well, first, you have to unscrew this. But then you can't get back to that!
Che cosa?
Don't get all wound up, Wolf. So to speak. We're getting there.
One trap after another. Yeah!
Come on. You've got this, Wolf.
Wolf, remember what we said. Focus.
Come on, loosen! Kurva! But then it'll... Christ! Pizza! And those fucking cook-ups! It's loose, and now it's fucked! I'll never tighten it again! I'll never tighten it again! Christ, powerful! This fucking machine! The pizza!
Such godless words.
Think of the baths!
Shut the bath right now, Tivola! There's just no way to get in there. See? Everything's in the fucking way of everything else. Everything's in the fucking way. See, pizza. It's all in the fucking way. I'll take the whole thing apart, fellas. Just morire to pizza, kurva, boží pizza, kurva, neširity do pizza. Oh, you can't get in there. You just can't get in. Because it's this thing, this fucking thing I need to tighten. To pizza. Christa Maria Vole, fuck this to pizza. I'm done with the shit. I'm done. I won't do it anymore. I'm not doing it. Fellas, I'm out of here. To pizza, kurva, to pizza. This ain't normal. Kurva.
I've had enough. Who can listen to this tirade?
Wolf, you can do this.
What's this now? Ah, so this here's a picture.
Wolf?
Give him time.
Well then, he'd better get on with it, damn it. Or the councils will have my hide.
Right, everyone calm down. Yeah? What
I just need to... What? What's this? Well, fuck me.
What's going on?
Fellas, I really didn't expect this, but I think we've got it.
Really? You mean, you think...
It clicked into place, Peter. It clicked, and it's no longer loose. Not here, not there. I think we can start it up though, Peter!
Cristo.
What's going on?
Looks like they're fiddling with the clock again. This will just turn into another fiasco.
Sakura, that lot is all we need.
Well now, somebody wants to secure the bailiff's staff for another term. This will be interesting.
If he messes this up, I'll tear you all apart. All three of you. I'll kill him. Let me go. I will kill him. Wolf, you drunken fool. You're done.
Bailiff, calm down. Do you hear? Easy.
Your name will be mud in this town, and I'll make sure of it. We'll drive you out of this town with a whip.
They said it wouldn't work. Curva!
Hear ye, good people of Kuttenberg, your bailiff speaking. Craftsmen from all corners of the world, the renowned locksmith Wolf, the Italian inventor Fabrizio, and the member of our Smiths Guild, Henry of Skalitz, have heeded your pleas and repaired our beautiful clock. Better times are on the way. Rejoice!
Hats off to you, Puma.
You really thought you'd fail?
Madonna, finalmente sono salvo. I have waited for this moment my whole life.
Good job, son. Really good job.
Greetings. What do you need?
You probably heard. We did it. The clock's fixed.
Aye, I heard. I'm glad. Just don't go riding from town to town fixing clocks now. Casting those weights was boring as hell.
I'm not planning to go anywhere just yet.
Let's rather cast the biggest cannonball in the world instead.
So, what do you think of the repair clock?
It was lovely to hear it chime again. You did a fine job, Henry. Your father would have been proud of you, and so would my Skoda. They would be glad their legacy did not go to waste.
God bless.
What do you think about the repair clock?
I still can't believe you did it.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, please. All I did was answer a few questions.
No, if you'd blown me off, the clock would never have gotten fixed. That's the truth. So no need to act humble.
I'm just surprised you managed to sort things out with Wolf, that crooked bastard.
You see? Even a crooked bastard can change his ways if you give him a chance.